Well, if you're against the president's executive order on immigration, according to one Democrat, you're a racist.
Presidents since George Washington have had the executive authority privilege to do certain things. And he's not doing anything that the Bushes, the Reagans, the Clintons, and other presidents all the way back to Eisenhower as it addressed immigration. This is just a reaction in Bennie Thompson's words to a person of color being in the White House.
So it all comes down to skin color if you oppose it. With the nation on edge after riots in Ferguson, is it right for members of Congress to fan the flames with this kind of rhetoric? Brian Benjamin is a Democratic strategist, and Deneen Borelli is director of Freedom Works and a Fox News contributor. Nice to see both of you this morning.
Good morning.
Brian, as a Democrat, do you agree with Mr. Thompson that opposition to executive amnesty, if you object to it, you're a racist?
No, I don't believe that's the case, but I do believe if you think about where these immigrants come from, if they came from Western Europe or some other places, we would look at it differently as a country. And I think that's a more important point, is where people come from does have an impact on how we view policy.
This is such propaganda, Clayton. To use race really is a way to distract from the detrimental consequences of Obama's executive action when it comes to providing these jobs for illegal immigrants. Listen, in the black community, unemployment is 11%. It's 22% among young black males. Black Americans will be harmed the most. The president is harming black Americans. When you look at the fact that over 5 million immigrants, illegal immigrants, will be taking these lower skilled jobs, which are on average are the jobs that most black Americans have. So this will be detrimental to Americans, but especially in the black community.
The president, though, or you heard Mr. Thompson's comments, though, about former presidents getting to not having that objection. President Bush and Ronald Reagan. Do you agree with that?
I actually don't agree with it. I think if you look at John McCain's presidential campaign, for example, he almost got torpedoed because of his support of immigration reform. I think the Republicans have been consistent on their disagreement with immigration reform, but I think he's just making a comment that I wish he hadn't.
But Republican presidents, though, have been. President Bush tried to push through immigration reform, but he got opposition from Republicans in the base of his party.
But but they were working under Congress, Reagan as well. But listen, even the U.S. civil rights member wrote to President Obama to tell him about the devastating consequences of his actions. So clearly, this is being ignored. To inject race into this is just absolutely irresponsible.
Well, she's bringing two issues together. Bennie Thompson's comments are different from what the president did. I think what the president did is he thought about the humanity of these 11 million or more
and it's harming
illegal immigrants who are in this country, who their humanity matters too. I mean, what if you're the child of a child from this country whose parents came from another country? What, are you going to separate families? Well, I mean, so wait, what about the kids? All right, so the kids of those immigrants, are they Americans?
Even with Obamacare, there are incentives for employers to hire illegal immigrants over hardworking Americans. Where are the jobs going to come from?
We're not going to solve the ills of immigration, but great debate, you guys. I appreciate you joining us on this Black Friday.